Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, August 27th. Today we will have much stronger winds over the northern third of the Great Basin due to a cold front moving through the region. So temperatures will cool, however still dry conditions are expected with strong wind gusts across much of Idaho, parts of Wyoming and into northern Nevada with gusts between 35 and 45 miles per hour and ridge gusts near or above 50 miles per hour. Also, as you go further west and south, we will see these gusty winds continue over northwest and western Nevada. However, these wind gusts will be a little bit lighter with gusts generally between about 30 and 35 miles per hour. However, very dry conditions continue in Nevada with single-digit relative humidity to around 10%, and relative humidity is near or above 15% across Idaho. As we move into Sunday and the cold front pushes eastward, we will see those gusty winds decrease and push a little bit further off to the east, but will also be breezy down into parts of northern Utah. And thunderstorm activity will diminish over the next couple of days, but with another wave moving north will increase briefly on Monday over parts of central and western Nevada. The precipitation over the last 24 hours has been very spotty with the lightning. However, we did have some good streaks of thunderstorms across central and eastern Idaho, into Wyoming, and then wetter thunderstorms further south. Basin fire activity was light yesterday. However, we did pick up one new large fire in northwest Nevada. Otherwise, our large fire activity continues across Idaho. Over the last 7 days, we've had very dry conditions over the western areas of the Great Basin and also into southwest and central Idaho, with the monsoon moisture a little bit further east, targeting mainly Utah and at times Wyoming and eastern Idaho and southern Nevada. ERCs have continued to track upwards with the dry and warm conditions we've seen and are near normal across central Idaho where we have our large fire activity, and are also approaching normal in parts of northwest Nevada and western Nevada that have also been extremely dry. And again, northwest Nevada is where we saw that new large fire. 100-hour fuel moisture continues to decrease over western Nevada up into western Idaho, and you can see the larger area of critical below 5% 100-hour fuel moisture in western and northwest Nevada. The satellite loop from this morning shows that cold front moving into northern Idaho, and again that will continue pushing eastward through Idaho and Wyoming and northern areas of Utah. So we will see that increase in winds today. Winds have already started increasing this morning, so we will see a fairly long duration of these stronger winds and dry conditions. We do have a large area of high risk for the winds, especially up in Idaho and northern Nevada, which is where the winds will be strongest, but also along the Sierra front. It'll probably be more of just an enhanced zephyr wind with gusts between 30 and 35 miles per hour. However, relative humidity has been very low with poor recoveries, so again, very dry conditions over western Nevada. But the main focus today obviously will be up across Idaho with those very strong winds and where we have ongoing large fire activity, as well as in northwest Nevada. Thunderstorms this afternoon. The wetter variety will continue over southern Utah into eastern Nevada. Could see a few isolated storms develop in parts of Idaho, but with those stronger winds, really hard to get much thunderstorm activity. So expecting dry conditions, and you can see with the stronger winds, those areas in pinks and purples are wind gust above 40 miles per hour. So again, those ridges will likely be gusting over 50 miles per hour in Idaho and Wyoming today. Northeast Nevada and back into northwest Nevada, winds aren't quite as strong, but again, we will see those gusts around 35 miles per hour. And then the enhanced zephyr also right along the Sierra front. Relative humidity remaining in the single digits to low teens across much of Nevada, a little bit higher in Idaho, but again with those stronger winds, even with relative humidity 15 to 20%, still critical conditions up there. As we move into Sunday, that cold front sweeps to the east into the northern plains, so we will see just a remaining breezy west to northwest flow over the northern side of the Great Basin. So no high risk on Sunday, but those gusty winds will be pushing a little bit further east where fuels aren't quite as critical. Thunderstorms will diminish greatly on Sunday, but could see a few isolated storms in Utah, possibly a few isolated storms on the west side of the Sierra Crest. Otherwise dry conditions, and again those winds decrease, but we will still see those breezy winds over northeast Utah into Wyoming and far eastern Idaho. Back towards our large fire activity, winds will certainly be decreased from what we will see today, but still gust in the 20s. Relative humidity still single digits to low teens across Nevada, and also will be dropping across Idaho with some spots below 15%. As we move into Monday, it will remain dry across Idaho with low daytime humidity and poor recoveries, so still moderate significant fire potential. We do have a weak upper level wave that will be moving north into central and western Nevada, which will actually trigger some wetter type thunderstorms really near the Highway 50 corridor across Nevada. So you again can see the significant fire potential will briefly decrease in those areas of showers and thunderstorms. And from the model predictions, obviously over western and central Nevada is where we'll see much of that lightning activity, and on the wetter side. On the northern fringe up towards an Elko area or over towards Winnemucca, could see a mix of wet and dry storms, but certainly lightning coverage a lot more isolated. Winds will also be picking up as that wave moves through in central Nevada. On Monday, those relative humidities will likely increase a little bit more in central and western Nevada briefly, but remain low across the northern third of the basin. 3-day forecast amounts of precipitation. Again, most of this will be on Monday with that wave moving through across Nevada, otherwise dry conditions. And then as we go through the rest of the week, strong ridge of high pressure really dominates the west, so we will see hot and dry conditions continuing with a peak of temperatures likely Wednesday, Thursday. And not only the Great Basin, but obviously the entire portion of the west will be seeing these really hot and dry conditions. So we do have high risk for these near record temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday across much of southern and central Idaho into northwest Nevada. Other areas further east and south will be warm and dry, but not really approaching records. And then by Friday, we might see a little bit of cooling as a trough moves by across just north of the geographic area. So temperatures still maybe near to above normal, but not quite those record levels. But we will see further warming as we go into the weekend. 7-day total amount of precipitation, not any different than the 3-day. And the 8 to 14-day outlook taking us from September 3rd through the 9th still shows those very warm temperatures continuing and those drier conditions. So we will likely again see this longer duration period of dry conditions for many areas of the Great Basin. That concludes the briefing for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.